Through this video, I wanted to share with you how you could generate wealth and success based on Neville Goddard's teachings, because they are always useful to apply in our lives if we want to get better results. Now on the screen you see some text that I wrote, basically a document that we're going to go over point by point. Hopefully it gives you some more insights on what to focus upon in your own life in order to generate wealth and success for yourself. So the first paragraph I stated, in order to pray for wealth and success, based on the power of assumption, we're going to have to understand a certain process. It will be simple by nature, but complicated in action depending on your mental skills. First, we're going to combine wealth and success inside our minds. This simply implies that if we're wealthy, we are successful. But if we are successful, we'll also be wealthy. This, however, doesn't mean you need millions of dollars. It basically means you're living in such a way that is fulfilling to you, because that is the pinnacle of existence itself. Now, Neville Goddard would suggest we act on the assumption that something is true. Simply put, you're going to have to understand the hidden process behind manifestation. By assuming something to be true, there's no longer any place for doubts or worries inside our consciousness. This creates a balance. I accidentally wrote balanced, but it means balance. This creates a balance from within towards our outside worlds. Once we have firmly established the assumption, the next thing you'll notice is the generation of ideas within your own mind. This one is tricky at first. Let's say you have a goal and you have no clue how to make it happen. Yet you are told that all things are possible to him who believes. Well, then you found another key word in this jigsaw puzzle. Belief. You have to understand how beliefs are formed. They are created by the constant repetition of an idea. You repeat a certain concept in your mind over and over again without accepting anything to the contrary, and it turns into a belief. This can be good or bad depending on what you're focused upon. You don't need others to accept what you claim to be true. You need to accept it for yourself. And acceptance means letting go of all contradicting thoughts, so the idea can take root within your own consciousness. The goal here is to get you to accept the possibility of your own dream, in spite of all things that seem to contradict it. If you do it, you will start to intuitively pick up what you should do in order to progress towards the realization of that dream. This can only be proven by personal experience, so you have to put it to action. Any dream I personally have, I can achieve if I learn to accept it first in my own mind. I learned the art of assumption, meaning I learned to live without allowing contradicting thoughts to tear it down. And as it gains more and more stability within my mind, the ideas start to flow automatically on how to make it happen. I then act on those ideas, and on reflection, I can see my imaginative ideas have turned into reality. This is how you generate wealth and success in your life. It comes from within. It happens inside of your own mind. And you learn to live as though it were true. You learn to let the dream flow with and through you. We learn to let the dream dictate our behavior, and we live up to what it inspires us to do. Really think about this carefully, because this is the trick. Anyone that has a dream and is unwilling to live up to their own dream due to doubts and worries will not make it happen effectively. But anyone that is willing to let go of their old habitual way of living and embrace the new ideas with faith and acts upon them will make dreams come true. Now that is what I wanted to share with you through this video. Again, this takes contemplation for yourself, because at the very end, I think that's the most important part for us to really wrap our heads around. The act of living according to what your dream dictates. Living up to what your dream is dictating. You have a dream. You have dreams of what you want to achieve, of how you want to live. But more often than not, we're not living up to those dreams at all. Our behavior is in total contradiction of what the dream would demand of us that we do. So in the case of wealth and success, you would be involved in bigger and greater things than you're currently involved in. Bigger, greater activities, more passionate projects for your career, for example. Now, you can become aware of them in your consciousness, but if you don't live up to them, if you don't act upon them, then those dreams cannot turn into reality effectively. This is what you really have to grasp for yourself. Because the better you get at this, the more effective you become at acting according to what your dream dictates, the more your reality starts to change around for the better. Now, I've seen this happen with other people over the last few years myself, where I knew they had a certain dream, and I told them, if you just act upon that dream, then stuff can happen for you. Now, they would doubt and worry. They would think, well, it's probably not meant for me, or, well, it's probably not going to be easy for me. None of that matters. What you're called upon to do is to simply embrace, accept, and act upon your own dreams. To go beyond all the doubts and worries. You go beyond from experience, true experience. The more you do something, the better you become at it, and the less you doubt in your own abilities. So that's one of the major, well, pitfalls, the downfalls, the major stumbling blocks for people, is that at first they may not have enough experience, and therefore they're insecure about their abilities to succeed, to become more wealthy, more successful with whatever they desire to do and be in this lifetime. But you develop that as you go along. Learn this art. Learn to act upon what your imagination, what your dream is dictating, and watch what happens to your life. It will work for you as well, as long as you learn to let go of the doubts and worries. And you do that. How do you do it? Through experience, by becoming familiar with your own dream, by becoming confident in yourself and in your abilities, through repetitive actions. That's how it happens. That's the goal. That's the trick. And I know you can do it. So good luck to you.